We are two besties who are definitely obsessed with each other, and we are also obsessed with empowering you to become the CEO of your healthy lifestyle.
In 2021, we launched
Vedgecation!
to share our enthusiasm for plant-based living with the world. Veggies, education. I'm your host, Brittany Jones. This is my friend Leiah.
When my health took a turn and I couldn't get any answers, I found the solution in the food that I ate. I went plant-based long before it was cool.
Speaking of answers, if Leiah is the unofficial expert, I'm definitely the ask-spert. Since I was flexitarian in 2018, my hunger for learning about plant-based living has only grown.
A healthy lifestyle doesn't have to be boring. We're spicing things up and finding so many reasons to laugh every day.
Stay tuned to the show you didn't even know you were missing. You just might find yourself Vedgecated. What does that mean?
Guess you'll just have to watch the show to find out. Hello, hello. Welcome back to Vedgecation. I am the bestest, the mostest, the favorite hostess of the show.
Her name's Brit.
It's Leiah.
My name's also Brit. Brit is the best. You are watching Vedgecation.
Okay, we are talking about a topic. If you are plant-based, I don't care if you're vegetarian, pescatarian, only eat white meat.
White meat?
I don't know where that one came from.
If you're gonna only eat meat, please don't let it be the driest part of the meat. If you're gonna go meatatarian, do the dark meat.
Wouldn't that be carnivore, not meatatarian?
I digress.
Well, we are talking about how to survive, how to get through the holidays with your family if you are newly plant-based, if you are plant-based curious, if you are doing a plant-based challenge, or if you're with us all the time.
Whether it's Halloween, Christmas,
Valentine's Day.
Thanksgiving,
It's not really a holiday.
Easter,
Yeah, she's actually talking about holidays that matter. I said Valentine's Day.
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah.
All the holidays where food's involved.
Yeah. Can we start with why I feel like people have such a challenge with this?
Why are people so challenged with this?
Well, I would say about 80% of us are walking around people pleasing. So we want people to like us. We want people to accept us. We want people to think we're awesome.
Some of us don't
care.
GAF?
Yeah.
Look it up if you don't know what that
That
means.
would be both of us. But I remember being in a place where I did and where I wanted people to think I was still cool even though I was plant-based. And to be fair, I've never really been that cool. Funny, good looking, but not cool.
So you go to these family gatherings. Maybe we talk about like what you should do or what we might recommend you do if you're plant-based and you don't want to be a people-pleasing. The only word I could think of.
MF.
Well, it started with a P and it was explicit and I didn't say it.
Okay, good. We're trying not to say explicits, although I think the last two episodes. Isn't that what it's called?
I like it. I'm gonna call them explicits from now on instead of cuss words.
Perfect.
But what should people be doing when the holidays come around and they don't want to eat the dark meat or the white meat or the beans with meat?
First of all, don't leave it up to your mama or your auntie or your grandma to figure out your vegan meal.
Or your daddy if
Or your
you know,
daddy.
he's the chef.
Correct.
in
Or your
your
husband. I don't care who it is. Don't leave it up to someone else to create a vibe for you on the holiday.
Create a vibe for you on the holidays?
Yes.
I am my own vibe?
Yes.
I like that.
You have control over your own vibiness. Do I rely on other people? Full disclosure, Britt and I stayed in a
Not so great.
not so great hotel last night. It was not a vibe. First thing we did was check out this morning, and we're going to create a new vibe in a new hotel.
Hot diggity dog.
You are in control of your destiny. So for me, if I'm going somewhere and I don't know whether or not they can accommodate me, which odds are low that they can, and if they can,
accommodate myself.
exactly. I'm going to plan ahead.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my own meal. I'm going to make, well, let's be clear, I don't really like to cook. Jay's gonna make something for me to take, or I'm gonna eat ahead of time and just sit there and make people laugh.
Okay, so what is your advice for someone says, all right, I'm gonna control my own vibe,
Yep.
accommodate myself,
Yep.
I'm gonna come to the holidays with my own dish. And then the people who are hosting you are offended that you would dare to bring your own food.
Let me say this once and one time only. You are not responsible for other people's feelings.
Ooh.
And that is something that so many of us need to let go of. It is okay to disappoint your family members because they have an expectation that you do not need to live up to. Yeah, that's a big one.
Leiah, you gonna have people spending the holidays all alone. I feel it.
They won't be alone. You can come to my house. I invite everyone to the holidays at my house.
You can go to her house.
Yeah, I've had clients come to my house because their family
Does not accept them for who they are as vegans.
It wasn't a vegan thing, but we don't want to get into what it was. Yeah.
Okay. Love one another
Yes.
all the time.
And again, it's not your job to make other people feel comfortable,
Okay.
right? Like if somebody's eating a fried chicken next to me, that's fine. They can eat a fried chicken next to me, just like I can eat a squash next to them. There should be no relevance as to why that upsets the other person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the challenge is. But when you fully step into showing up unapologetically you and owning who you are, and you don't have to explain yourself. But I think the family dynamics of so many people, it's so far off from what it should be that it feels almost out of body uncomfortable to push back. And I know when you and I first met, I feel like you were definitely in that place of like,
Pushing back?
no,
Not pushing back.
correct. Now
I
you
hate pop quizzes. God dang it. I'll never get the answers right.
You really don't.
It makes me sad.
It's fine. You'll get one eventually.
Will I?
When's my birthday?
April 16th.
That's Kenosha's.
April 28th.
You're the worst friend. I know who she loves more. It's fine. It's fine.
It is April 28th.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. You thought I was an Aries. I'm a Taurus.
I'm the worst friend. When's my birthday?
August 14th. 12.
Aw. Which one?
14th.
Which one?
This is the 14th.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's the 12th.
I'm not the one who, you asked the questions.
Listen, if I was a people pleaser,
Yeah.
I'd be real mad right now.
You seem mad.
I'm
Your whole aura is dark.
a little sad because you don't love me.
You literally just did the same thing 29 seconds ago.
But I got it right on my final answer. You got it wrong
But
on
you
your
were
final
solid
answer.
on your first.
I knew it was either the 16th or the 28th. There's only 2 dates in April I need to know other than
See?
Easter.
I knew it was the 12th or the 14th.
Who is the 14th? I
Well,
want to
the
meet
problem
her.
is my brother is the 13th, and I know you're before or after him, but I can never remember
I'm
what.
before.
I knew you were old.
Okay, we have digressed so much. We're still talking about being plant-based at the holidays, and we still have more tips for you when we come back here on Vedgecation.
B for brilliant, Jones.
B for ass bitch.
Okay, 12th.
Bring the protein. Okay,
I'm so hungry.
I'll bring it in.
I remember when I got to eat.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us here on Vedgecation, where we are giving you all of the tips you never knew you needed about being plant-based during the holidays.
Yes.
We digressed a little bit last segment, but I promise you, we're getting it back on track.
Again, the memory today is just really faint in this department.
It's the choline and the moldy bodies,
Yes.
brains.
So, okay, when you think of going to your family for Thanksgiving or Christmas or any of the holidays, what was your biggest challenge, do you feel like?
So the biggest challenge for me was the offensiveness that would come from me not wanting to partake in the food that was available. So whether I brought my own food or whether I just didn't eat, that was the challenge. Is you're here, why are you not? What's wrong with you? Eat the
Right.
food, girl.
Isn't it weird though that we correlate whether or not we want to eat or consume a food with being offensive? It's strange,
It
right?
is weird, but it is very much a cultural thing in I think a lot of different cultures where
Yeah.
it's rude to not accept food that's being offered to you.
I just always go, show me your blood work, grandma, auntie. If it's good, I'll eat your food. But chances are it's not, so I won't.
Well, it's supposed to be time that you spend with people that you care about and that you love,
Yeah.
and whether they eat meat, you eat plants, they eat
Doesn't
plants,
matter.
you eat meat. At the end of the day, that should not be the major or politics or any of the stuff that causes a lot of division. It should really just be we're hanging out, We love each other.
But I think there's, so many dynamics of families that have zero boundaries. So when someone in the family tries to set a boundary and say, I'm unavailable to eat that food or I'm unavailable to do that task, the whole thing
blows it all up.
Yeah. What are some things we should do when going to a family gathering if you're plant-based, do you think?
So I'm going to talk to the people that are not plant-based because I got some tips for y'all, and you mothers better listen up, and fathers too. Don't be the a-hole. What's that thing on the internet? A-I-T-A? Am I the a-hole? Don't be the a-hole. Don't be like, I know you're, don't eat meat, so here's a carrot. Merry Christmas.
Here's a veggie plate.
Here's a turnip.
Because not only are they, if they drink, going to be the drunkest person at your party, but they're also going to be the hungriest, and they'll probably be the angriest, and they may leave early.
Don't give a carrot, don't give a turnip, don't give a bag of lettuce and call it a salad.
Correct.
That was my favorite thing about becoming plant-based is I realized how good salads can be, how much you can throw in there.
100%.
Yep, but people that are not plant-based just give you lettuce.
It's always just interesting to me because people will be like, well, I don't even understand what you eat. And I'm like, every fruit that you've ever heard of. Every vegetable that you've ever heard of, every potato that you've ever heard of. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's this thing called the internet and Google, and you can literally type in vegan recipes for Thanksgiving. You could type in the exact thing you're gonna make. If you have someone coming over and they loved green bean casserole before they were plant-based, you can type in vegan green bean casserole and you can get a new recipe.
Facts.
It's really not hard, but I think people are not wanting to go out of their way. And that's okay if you don't too. Just communicate to that person, I'm not going to have food for you.
Yeah. If you do want to provide an option, be considerate. There are vegan restaurants that will cater during the holidays. I feel like they always love when people patronize their business because maybe they don't get as much patronage during the holidays.
So Jay and I have a rule. So Thanksgiving, we very rarely cook. We almost always get it catered from a local vegan spot. And then Christmas, he does cook. But we might get the protein catered or a couple sides catered, just depending on how much cooking he wants to do. Because clearly I'm not any help.
He didn't marry you for your kitchen skills.
It's for my face, y'all.
You know. You said something about sides. And I remember when I first went plant-based, I started with just no meat, so I was vegetarian. A plate of sides was my jam.
Yeah.
But it's probably not the best option to keep yourself full during the holidays. So what do you recommend if you go with the plate of sides option?
Yeah, I think that protein is going to be key to keeping you satiated all day. So
Satiated.
I like it. So doing, a really good grilled tempeh that you could take, a really good, I love seitan. Obviously it is wheat gluten. So if you are gluten-free, it's not going to work for you. A grilled tofu would be really good, like a maple glazed. I'm making myself so hungry.
I know, I'm already so hungry.
Yeah, so you have plenty of options, but if there's going to be sides available to you, and you're like, okay, I can eat the mashed potatoes, they make those vegan, or I can do this, or I can do that.
Green beans.
I can eat the green beans. Then just make sure you bring a protein with you, so you're going to feel better. And then I always bring my own dessert because that's my favorite part of the holidays. So I'm bringing dessert.
What is your favorite plant-based dessert, or do you have a couple options that you like to go with? Donuts?
I mean, I love donuts, but I also love a cherry pie. And then there's this bakery that does a pumpkin mousse pie, and it's air in your mouth. It is delicious.
My family was big on sweet potato pie for all the holidays.
Don't you know that is high on my list?
Yeah, but I prefer pumpkin, and it's it's caused a rift. It's caused a rift.
We need to switch houses for the holidays because I don't want to go to my white pumpkin pie houses, and she doesn't want to switch. Yeah, we're just gonna swap, okay? We can just swap pies.
You think your family will adopt me?
Well, far more. I mean, your family would love me. Yeah.
The question was, do you think your family will adopt me?
I know at least my mother will.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is basically all I have.
Well, who are the problematic people? I want to know.
It's the siblings, really.
Your brothers don't like me?
I mean, you've met. Cliff likes you.
Bryce don't like me?
I don't think Bryce likes anyone.
You know what? I want to go to break because I have some, what is it? Explicits?
Explicits.
I want to say some explicits right now.
Okay, well, we're gonna let Brit have some explicits and we're gonna be right back on Vedgecation. Look at this.
Bryce don't like me.
Did you see what time it was?
11:11.
I told you.
It means something.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back. You are still watching Vedgecation, and we just were talking about desserts, which are my favorites.
Also my favorite.
And one year, this beautiful bestie right here.
See, I remember your birthday.
You do. You sent it 2 days late. She sent me a birthday gift. Just kidding, it was on time.
It was.
And they were these little like mini cupcakes from this vegan baker. They were so good. This was during the pandemic, so you shipped them from Colorado.
So they have these tiny miniature vegan cupcakes. And actually Tiffany, my girlfriend, was the one to send them to me first. And I was like, these are so good. Britta loved these. So then
I did.
Yeah. But there's a lot of different places that you can order from if you're looking for holiday treats, or if you're looking for holiday gifts too.
Now you're speaking my language. Yeah. I'm a good gift receiver.
It's important to understand, am I dealing with a true vegan or a plant-based?
True.
Right? Because I consider myself plant-based, not fully vegan, because I do still have leather items. So in the plant-based community, I'm shunned, y'all. Not a good vegan. So I don't identify as vegan, okay? I identify as plant-based. So for that reason, if you bought me a leather belt, I would not be offended. But if you have someone who is a very, very serious ethical vegan, you wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's probably going to cause some challenges.
It'll cost you your friendship.
Correct. But there's really good companies. Anytime you look up faux anything, you're going to be in a good space.
How you spell faux?
F-A-U-X.
Good job.
You're welcome.
You're good at pop quizzes.
I am.
I like that for you.
I like to be on the spot.
What if people feel like they are having a hard time finding plant-based or vegan gifts and they want to go the route of like comfort food? Do you know any good like plant-based?
There's definitely vegan like gourmet baskets that you can do.
I like it.
There's so many plant-based companies online now that ship. I'll tell you a real quick story about these new Ahav cookie dough bites that I got excited. They're like these cookie dough balls, and I was so excited to have them on the plane to come here. They said they were delivered, and I walk in my house and there's a stack of magazines this big, and I was like, where are my cookie dough bites? I look on there and someone they stole my cookie dough bites and they put the label from the cookie dough bites on the magazines, and I was like,
oh my gosh.
So I emailed the owner of the company, he's so nice, and I was just like, sir, you may have some cookie monsters in your midst. You might need to change your label.
No.
So just beware. Yeah.
We digress.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Gifts.
Yeah,
and I don't know where we got away from thinking like gift cards weren't a thing. Like, just get somebody a gift card.
For real.
Yeah, you want to give me a gift card to the spa, send it my way. You want to give me a blowout, send it my way. Just, do some investigating, people.
I feel like cash is still king, so, money.
Money works.
Money always works.
Yeah, no one's going to be mad about money.
Facts.
Stick with money.
Stick with money, it'll take you far.
Yeah, but I think any plant-based / vegan person appreciates someone who goes out of their way to find a cool vegan company. I don't think anyone would be mad about that.
Did we miss anything that we wanted to talk about as we close out the segment around like being with your family and having those differences of what you eat versus what they eat? Any final thoughts, Leiah R?
I think my final thought is you don't have to like your family, and you really don't have to spend the holidays with them. And I know that's a controversial topic, but if it's not bringing you joy
every family, y'all.
That is not what I said. But if it's not bringing you joy, my husband and I spent so many Thanksgivings by ourselves ordering Indian food in, and it was amazing, and we loved every moment. We've had Friendsgivings where we've only gotten together with friends. Like, the holiday is about community, whether that is your parents and or family, or if it's miserable for you, maybe you try and find a newer family.
That reminds me, I can't believe I forgot this, but my family now has a tradition for Thanksgiving. I have a cousin that lives close by, and she's also vegan.
Yay!
And we started 5-6 years ago, vegan Thanksgiving. And every year we would have a different theme. One year it was like all brunch items, but obviously everything is always plant-based. And it is the best time.
Yeah.
I have such great memories. And I get to eat food that I really, really enjoy with people I really care about that don't care that I don't want to eat meat.
People can come around to the idea. You just have to give them a chance, and you just have to let them taste how delicious the food is.
For real.
But we're gonna be right back to wrap up this episode of Vedgecation. Boop, boop.
Phew. Okay.
Boop, boop.
Okay.
Boop, boop.
Okay. Phew. I was just giving myself my own personal vibe. That's my little nugget from this episode where we've talked about how to be plant-based at the holidays. And now I really want to kind of close us out because we were talking over the break and you said something that was like genius.
Yeah.
And all our viewers deserve to hear it.
What I said is if your family is challenging, but you're not ready to give up doing holidays with them, I want you to focus on creating a vibe before you see them and creating a vibe after. If you're spending the entire day with them, if you're staying with them, then it's gonna be important for you to go for a walk on your own. Go, if there's a coffee shop that is open locally that you could go and get your favorite coffee. Create these memories and traditions that are important to you. I don't care if it's you have a pet and you want to get a stocking for your pet and watch them play with their new stuff and take photos. Like there's so many ways that you can create a vibe. Stop leaving it to others for responsibility of your happiness because it's your responsibility to create a vibe and create joy wherever you are.
And whatever that means for you, whether it's mimosas at Christmas or matching socks.
Matching onesies like we did this year for our holiday Christmas party. And when I tell you that the older generation were unimpressed, I don't care. Because I was first of all, very comfortable. And I loved it. And my husband wore a onesie. I mean, it didn't really fit him. But again,
I cannot imagine your husband in a onesie.
Well, I know we have a photo that we can post. And he would love to be featured. Sure. All photos are permissible in our household.
I cannot wait to see this photo. I'm surprised I haven't already.
Yeah, he's adorable. The whole family got together. My brothers wore them. I wore them. My mom wore it.
Did anybody fight you on that? Because for me with the matching socks, it was like eye rolls and
really?
Come on.
It's so funny. Nobody fought me on the onesies at all except Jay. Jay was the one. But I get it. My husband's 6'6". I mean, was it riding up a little? Sure.
Riding up?
Riding up his gussies.
He was giving a little peep show.
Yeah, a little gooseball action.
Gooseball?
Yeah, we digress.
Okay. Creating a vibe before and after. I really, really love that because you're absolutely right. It's no one's responsibility but your own.
Yep.
How you experience this life, whether it's the holidays or just any day. So we have to take back our power.
Yeah, and you have to practice. If you've been a really unhappy person for a really long time, you have to train your brain. It is a muscle, just like you work out your quads at the gym, just like you work out your biceps, you need to be working out your brain and reframing it to, I can create a vibe and create joy no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing. I don't care if I have a flat tire. I don't care if I stay in the healthiest hotel like we did yesterday.
Yeah.
We still had fun. We still created a vibe, although we checked out immediately.
Yeah. But sometimes you can't control what's going on around you. Sometimes you can't control if people are taking offense because of your personal choices that really at the end of the day do not affect them whatsoever. But you can always watch Vedgecation and let us get you a little bit Vedgecated.
Thanks so much. We'll see you guys soon.